Now that January is finished, we can go through and see which predictions were correct and which ones were incorrect. Because a lot of people message and comment saying you never get any correct. So I make these specifically for you guys because I'm sick of hearing that. Because I do get a lot of these correct. It's just when I put them out, everyone closes their eyes and covers their ears and covers their mouth and they run away and pretend like they never saw it. But in an effort to combat that, I can just simply make these videos and show you what was right and show you what wasn't right. And in this episode, I'm doing things a little bit differently because I went to AI, I went to Grok. And because I'm just a little bit too lazy, and I say, hey, Grok, can you look at this image and tell me which predictions were correct and which predictions were incorrect? And it kind of like made my job a little bit easier. I know most of these I've actually even covered through other videos, but we're going to go through them one by one. And I'll show you what Grok says, and I'll show you what I say. But starting with the first one, we did talk about this. There has been lots of talk about Nippa, but let's just show what Grok found. So like I thought, when I asked Grok, it said correct and then gave some details about Nippa and other things going on. So 1 out of 1 so far. Let's check out the next one. The next one was large fall in crypto and stock market, and I already made a video about this too. Yes, that was correct. We had a major fall in crypto. Overall, the stock market is still not that much down, but we did have a major fall that was the worst since October. So there was a major fall, but it has recovered somewhat. So we're still going to give that a yes, and I'm still anticipating major falls, but it's just a matter of time. But the Grok actually said that I got this one incorrect because the stock market didn't fall for the month, but I said large fall in crypto and stock market, so I'm still calling this correct. Okay, but the next one, for the haters, you're gonna love it. I was wrong, but there is a potential that something happened and that it was covered up, because if you research or pay attention to current events, there was a couple of incidents where the press were rushed out and rushed away from his airplane at one point. Maybe he fell, maybe he didn't. I don't know, but we'll call that one wrong. That's fine. We can deal with that. And then moving swiftly on, let's see what we got here. Well-known rapper. Again, this one was correct. R.I.P. John Forte. Even Grok agrees with me and says that this was correct. I don't need to show that because we already made a video about that, and I can just pop his picture here. Hopefully you guys can send your good energy and good vibes to his friends and family. And let's see what else came true for part 1. And remember, guys, click those buttons, like and subscribe, maybe even join, because there is a part 2, there is a part 3. We're going to cover all of them in the next couple days, so make sure to stick around for that. But so far, 1, 2, 3 out of 4, not too bad. Again, I take no pride in being correct. It's just good to see that this craft, this skill, it works. And if you want to understand why it works, you can always email me, because I teach people how to remote view, or how I remote view more specifically. Let's just keep going. Let's keep going. New age computer virus sweeps the globe. Now, I did research this a little bit to see if this was happening. There has been some new things, but I'm going to call this one a miss for the time being. Even Grok says technically no. So we're going to, between me and Grok, we both kind of say no. So we'll call that a no as well. So we're down to 3 out of 5. But there was a big one, and we all remember the big one. This one right here, record ice storm cripples transport. That definitely did indeed happen in the United States. It was really bad. Some people without power for up to a week. There might even still be people without. Even TikTok claims that they were down. Their data centers were, well, we all know what that means. Anyways, so I can pop something up here just to confirm that, but you guys already know that's true. So what are we on now? 1, 2, 3, 4 out of 6. Still not too bad. What else do we have on this list? And make sure, again, to stay tuned for part 2, because that's coming up soon. You can also email me. The email should be in the description if you want a personal prediction. As you can see, again, I'm not always right, and that's great, because if I was right on everything, I'd probably be kidnapped and cut open and studied for science, when I don't want that to happen. So sometimes it's good to be wrong. Several unexpected new laws cause protest. Again, I think you could call this a miss, but you could call it, maybe I saw this incorrect, because there were major protests in so many places. Iran, for one, Minneapolis, Minnesota. Some of the largest protests in decades were going on, but that was more about ICE, not exactly passing new laws. So yeah, So you can call it whatever you want. I don't mind being wrong. Let's see. So in total, right, for part one, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 out of 7. Okay, 4 out of 7, still not bad. Still proves that there's something to this. And wait till you see part 2 and part 3 because it's just as impressive, if not more impressive. And what I'll do is I'll post that tomorrow. So make sure to click those buttons. Email me if you want a personal prediction or you want to learn how I remote view. You can do that, and I'll see you in the next video.